Alright. Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shah, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shah, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shah. Call Allah Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Raha Chodash. Alright, man, that's who this world ignorantly calls God and Jesus Christ in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew tongue, right? Being my Heavenly Father, whose true name is Yahweh, and my Heavenly Father's Son, whose true name is Yahweh Shah, right? First and foremost, I had to go to give double honors to the elder apostles across the four corners of the earth, who are day in and day out pushing and teaching 100% truth, right? And we know that 100% truth lies under elder apostle Tahar, right, and on down within the camp of Great Millstone, right? I also had to give double honors to the elder, the head of the Men of Israel camp, the elder Ak Chazak, right, who I also teach under out here in Greenville, South Carolina, right? I also had to give a shout out to you, Akim, that's your brethren across the four corners of the earth, that's also out here pushing and teaching this truth, 100% truth as well, right? And give a shout out to you, very few Akwaf, that be you sisters, right? To the ones who truly believe and take heed in these end times, man. To y'all that say shalom, shalom, shalom. All right, I'm gonna get straight into it, man. We're gonna identify who is Esau, man. To cut all the confusion, to cut all the, the people that don't know, to cut all that out, man. We're gonna identify, right, who is Esau, man. We're gonna identify who is Esau, man, and I'll probably do, I probably will call Allah Yahweh Bashmi. I was shot at the Lord just put that upon my spirit. I'll do another one after this one, and do who is Jacob, right? Going into who is Israel. That's what I'll say. Who is Israel, right? Because Jacob is our Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, right? That's our forefathers, Israel's forefathers. But that's not what we're gonna talk about today. We're gonna talk about we're gonna identify who is Esau according to the scriptures, man. And I'm just gonna go. It's I'm not gonna go too deep, but I'm gonna get enough, right, to break this down, right, through the spirit of power of Yahweh Shema Shah. Right, so we're gonna start in the book of Genesis, right, in this chapter 25, man. Right, it's Genesis chapter 25. We're gonna start at verse 21. Right, it says, and Isaac entreated Yahweh for his wife because she was barren. And Yahweh was entreated of him, and Rebekah, his wife, conceived. Verse 22, it says, and the children struggled together within her. Right? It says the children struggled together within her. And she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of Yahweh. Right? So let's stop right there. To go ahead and break this down so we can identify this. It says the children struggled together, right? Who are two different nations of people? Let's do this. The Lord deals with nations, right? We'll just identify Esau as one nation of people, right? Let's identify what nation of people have the most conflict on this earth. Who struggle to be together upon this face of this earth right now? It's always black against white. Right? It always is. Like, nobody can sit right here and tell me that that's not a true statement. Everything is they always put it black against white. Or why you gotta be racist? Why you gotta put black against white? Why you gotta do da. So they struggled together. Who struggles together today? Black against white. Right? That's how we're gonna to put it in simpler terms. Black against white, man. So we already know that we're already starting to identify who could this possibly be. Right? All right, let's continue on. Verse 23, right? It says, and Yahweh said unto her, two nations are in thy womb. So let me backtrack real quick and speak upon what I just said. The Lord deals with nations, right? It's two babies in her womb, but the Lord deals with nations. So it just said two nations are in thy womb, meaning two different nations are in thy womb, or in Rebekah's womb, right? Meaning she had one child was going to be one nation, another child was going to be another nation, right? So who is that? Who two nations? Once again, let's identify that. What two nations struggle together on the face of this earth right now? Black and white. You so-called white people and us so-called black people. We struggle. We fight back and forth every day, right? Let's continue on to verse 23. It says, and two nations are in thy womb. Right? And it says, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. Right? So two nations of people shall be separated. Right? Who are separated? You got the niggas, you got the niggas and the black people and the ghettos, and you got the white people and the Beverly Hills. You know what I'm saying? They're separated. They don't want. That's why every time you got a nigga that goes in a so-called white neighborhood, you got a Karen that want to pop up and want to start some shit, right? Because they're supposed to be separated. That's also another point that Dr. King, his bitch ass, was wrong. Fuck that coming together shit, bitch. Segregation, right? Segregation. You know what I'm saying? Segregation. Motherfucker, y'all stay over there and do your own shit. We gonna be over here and we gonna do our own shit. You know what I mean? So fuck Dr. King, by the way. But that's what this is going into. It says, two manners of people shall be separated from thy bowels. Right? Let's continue on in verse 23. Right? It says, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people. Who is that? We don't know. Let's keep reading. It says, and the elder shall serve the younger, and the elder shall serve the younger. All right. So we're coming down and we're understanding. Okay, one of these nations in Rebecca's stomach, one's gonna be stronger than the other, right? And whoever comes out first, the elder, right, is gonna have to serve the younger. Okay, let's identify. Let's keep going. Right. Let's go. Verse 24 it says, and when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb, and it was right. And it says, and the first came out. So hold on, let's stop right there. Let's remember. It said the elder shall serve the younger. The eldest one is the oldest brother is the one that comes out first. The one whoever got here first. That's the oldest brother. That's the elder of the brothers. Right? So it says, and after that, Shalakim, verse 25. It says, and that first came out red all over, like a hairy garment. And they called his name Esau. So whoever, the first baby is identified. He came out red all over, right? Hairy, like a hairy garment, right? And they called his name Esau, right? Verse 26. And after that came his brother out, Salakim. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel, right? And his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them. Right? So let's stop right there. So it says when Esau came out, you had another baby holding on to the other baby's heel, the oldest brother, and then Esau came out, and then it says, and then Esau came out, and then Jacob was holding on. I was trying to read to it's in 26. I'll just read it again. And after that, his brother came out, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel because Esau was already out, right? It says, and his name was called Jacob, right? So Jacob was holding on to Esau while he was coming out, right? So now let's identify. All right, let's look at what we already read. The elder shall serve the younger. Esau came out first, so Esau is going to have to serve Jacob, right? Esau's going to have to serve Jacob, and one nation is going to be stronger than the other, right? Which we don't necessarily. We know now. Esau, Edom. When you look at who's red all over, hairy like a garment, that's going into you white people. Absolutely, you're not white. That's going to you so-called white people. You're not white. Your blood show forth through your skin, right? You have no melanin or pigmentation, right? So you're I believe it's translucent, right? If I'm not mistaken, I believe that's correct terminology. You're translucent. Therefore, you're so-called white, right? But you're red because your blood show forth through your skin, right? So that's Esau. That's how you're able to quickly identify who is Esau, right? And then the other baby, it doesn't say the other baby had none of that. Therefore, it goes to show that's where that conflict of black and white comes in, right? White's hairy like a red garment. Jacob is come on now. Jacob is like this. Jacob is brown skin, bronze, melanin, and pigmentation. You know what I'm saying? So that's quickly how you can identify. Right, we're gonna keep reading on down. I'm just breaking it down as I go, just bringing out the simple points of everything. You know what I'm saying? Bringing out the simple points of everything. That's why I'm going about it like this, right? But that's quickly. These are different points to help identify who is Esau, right? Hairy like a red garment. Who is that? It's got nobody other than you so-called white people, man, woman, and child. That's just it. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That just is what it is, right? But let's keep reading though. Right, we read 26, we're going to 27. It says, and the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field. A man of the field. All right, let's stop right there. So Esau Edom, we already know he's red like a hairy garment. We know when Esau Edom came out, right, that's how he was. Now it's saying Esau is a cunning hunter, a man of the field. Who loves to be out there? Who loves to be out there hunting deer? Hunting moose or hunting all types of shit or shooting ducks and wanting to be out there all day in the field and fucking doing all this, that, and the third. You so-called white people, y'all live and die for that shit. Y'all live and die for that shit, man. To go out there, fucking be outside all day and fucking wanna damn go hunting and you got your whole setup. Y'all get out there probably 7 something in the morning. Y'all not leaving till probably 7 at night. Y'all pulling a 12-hour shift out there hunting and doing all that in the third, man. Y'all are a cunning hunter, man. That's Esau Edom, right? Right. So then let's continue on to 27. Says, and Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents. Jacob ain't out there in that heat. This is how you can quickly identify what nation of people is Jacob. It's hot as fuck right now in this earth, right? So-called black people ain't out there in that heat. No, it's too hot. Babies want to go to the playground? No, it's too hot. You gotta wait till it cool down. Babies want to go do this? No, it's too hot. You better wait. You gotta wait. Jacob is dwelling in the tents where it's cool. You know what I'm saying? We're chilling. We laying down. Sitting on our motherfucking ass. That's Jacob. That's you. That's us so-called black people, right? That's us so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Native Americans good. We go out there because we got to. But if we had a choice, bro, we're staying in them tents. Absolutely. We're going over there chilling. We ain't out there doing all this, that, and the third. No. That's Esau. Esau love that shit. Esau live and die for that shit. For hunting. That's why Esau is a cunning hunter. That's him. That's not us. That's him, man. Let me see. I think that's kind of why I'm gonna just it's the point that I'm gonna kind of end it on, man. Is in 27, because going down about it the way that I did and going into identifying red like a hairy garment, Esau, cunning hunter, Esau, loving to be out there all day, right? That's Esau Edom, man. Esau Edom would love to fucking be outside and hunt, and if they can hunt every day and that be their job and they get paid just to be out there and hunt or whatever, not even to be paid, they'll be out there on their free time just to do whatever. That's Esau Edom, man. That is Esau Edom. Esau Edom loves that shit, man. So that's just a quick way to easily identify who is Esau Edom. Red like a hairy garment, love to go hunting. Esau. Absolutely. You so-called white man, women, and children, man. Absolutely. Y'all babies, even when y'all babies come out, y'all babies try to pick up a gun and shoot it. You know what I'm saying? Easy way to quickly identify who is Esau, man. Quick and easy point. You know what I'm saying? Us so-called black people, we ain't coming out like no hairy garment. We ain't coming out red. We have melanin and pigmentation, man. Look at it. That's why our skin is bronze, right? That's why our skin is bronze. That's why we're brown. You know, we're not even black. That's a byword, but you know that's what they call us. But yeah, man. Easy way to identify. Really, I even spoke about Jacob as well, but you know, so that's kind of how I just do it. Easy way to identify who is Esau and who is Jacob. Easy. You know, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Niggas ain't out there in this heat, man. Niggas ain't out here in this heat, man. We mad that we even if you work in a plantation out there in a warehouse, you mad as fuck that it's hot as fuck in the warehouse. Facts. Esau eating like, yeah, man, it's hot, man, but I gotta get this work, man. Let's do this work. Jacob, man, it's hot, man. I'm going to sit down, man. I ain't trying to do all this shit. You can tell the difference. You can tell the difference in their spirits, man. You can tell I already. It's what did it say in the beginning? Struggling together. Esau and Jacob don't go together, man. Esau want to motherfucking go do everything in the hot and the heat and shit. Jacob like, man, it's too damn hot. I'm not doing all that shit, man. I'm going to sit down. You know what I'm saying? Easy quick hitter, man. You know, but I brought this out of point was this point made. The video was edifying that you're easy way, just off Genesis 25, able to identify Esau and Jacob, honestly. You know, but yeah, man, I brought this out, was edifying. I brought this out. Y'all can go back for yourselves and read it for yourselves and do the math yourselves, you know. But key points, they struggle together. Esau came out like a red hairy garment, right? And Esau is a cunning hunter, and Jacob is dwelling in tents. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Identify. We know who that is. Absolutely. But with that, I'm gonna go to end it, man. Shalom.